Today we got two of the most powerful villains in all of comics going head to head. The Anti-Monitor versus Chaos King. Who wins? Well, let's find out. The Anti-Monitor is the Monitor's counterpart from the Antimatter universe. He's responsible for the original Crisis on Infinite Earths, was the sole guardian of the Sinestro Corps, and once, against his will, was the source of the Black Lantern Corps' central power battery. The Anti-Monitor is one of the most formidable beings in the DC universe. He's actually caused more deaths than any other that our DC heroes have encountered. He has immense strength and durability, to the point where he can easily shrug off blows from Superman, defeat hordes of superheroes, and even stalemate the Spectre. Anti-Monitor is able to go up against the Guardians of the Universe, survive an explosion capable of wiping out a galaxy, and even stalemated the Monitor for 1,000,000 years. He's able to alter reality, fire bolts of energy, and time travel. Like Galactus with planets, Anti-Monitor is able to become more powerful by absorbing universes. He's actually destroyed and absorbed plenty of universes. On top of that, he can create shadow versions of himself, then absorb these shadow demons in order to recharge himself. Then, in the other corner, we have the Chaos King. The Japanese believe him to be their god of evil, chaos, and the stars. Amatsu Mikabushi is so much more. He's actually an aspect of Oblivion, one of the powerful abstract beings in the Marvel Universe. Now, as a Japanese god, Mikabushi was as powerful as Olympians and Asgardians like Zeus and Odin. He possesses vast supernatural powers, and can use this mystical energy inside of him to alter his form and shape, reshape his limbs into razor-sharp blades, fly, teleport, turn invisible, project images, fire blast of energy, and even manipulate matter. His power is so great that he's able to control numerous demons, manipulate and animate corpses at will, creating his own personal army. However, right now, I want to focus on the time that Mikabushi seized control and eliminated thousands of alien deities from the Skrulls, Shi'ar, and other civilizations. With this power, he was able to shed his earthly form and emerge as the Chaos King, the primordial embodiment of nothingness and chaos, and became a threat to the Marvel multiverse as a whole. He was able to defeat Satan, tear down the Mayan, Celtic, and Japanese god pantheons in mere moments, and after this was able to force an army of undead gods to join his armada and essentially become slaves. He's got Ares, Hera, Athena, and Zeus was able to one-shot Galactus, so clearly Zeus was amped and powered by the Chaos King. Mikabushi's most frightening power is able to absorb any and all forms of matter into his being simply by touching said matter. There's no limit to how much matter he can absorb, and has even been able to absorb entire realities whole. As he consumes more and more, his body grows in size, until eventually even beings like Galactus become specks of dust. He turned an entire universe into a void of non-existence. Hercules stated that Chaos King is the greatest threat the multiverse has ever seen, and according to Amadeus Cho, Chaos King had destroyed 98.76% of the multiverse. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, this is a really difficult fight to determine the winner, because we're dealing with such big, abstract beings here. I mean, they're both easily multiversal beings, with one being antimatter and the other being sheer nothingness. But nevertheless, we're going to try our best to figure this one out. And there's really only one simple question we need to answer here. Which of these two guys is more powerful? Because for all the talk of them being abstract beings and all that, it really does just come down to something as simple as which of these two villains is more powerful. So let's take a look at that. And I really want to focus on their most famous feats and what makes them multiversal level threats. Their ability to destroy or absorb universes. So let's start off with the Chaos King. Besides going into battle and killing Satan, or tearing down entire god pantheons in seconds, Chaos King is most well known for having destroyed 98.76% of the multiverse. Not the universe, the multiverse. The person who said this was also Amadeus Cho, one of the top 10 smartest people in the Marvel Universe, and an absolute whiz with numbers, so I would trust what he says. But it's only further backed up when Chaos War Hercules said that since he had ascended to the rank of Allfather, he could see numbers the same way Chow does, and confirms that he was correct. So Chaos King was able to destroy 98.76% of the multiverse, which is insanely impressive. But just how many universes are we talking about here? Because the Marvel multiverse is made up of like 3 universes, well, this feat becomes a whole lot less impressive. So how many universes are in the Marvel multiverse? Well, honestly, that's kind of difficult to say. I mean, Marvel's never given us a full and complete list, or even a solid number of how many universes or Earths there are. However, what we do know is how Marvel's numbering system works for their universes. It's all centered around the Earths, with numbers like Earth 616 being the main universe, Earth 1610 being the ultimate universe, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe being Earth 199999. But it doesn't just stop there, as there's an Earth 1 all the way up to an Earth 287-449-230-489-32. Now, just to make things as transparent and fair as possible, it's really possible that the numbering system is off, that there aren't actually that many different universes. However, I think it's safe to say we're talking about millions of universes at the very least, though probably actually an infinite number of universes. And then we go over DC and Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now, there's actually some debate about the DC multiverse and how it's actually constructed, because some people say that the multiverse is made up of fragments from DC's original universe, and those fragments are weaker than the original universe. This is different from Marvel, which just contains an infinite number of separate universes. However, we could get into all that, but I don't really see the point. Because Antimatter actually takes down universes in a different way than Chaos King. You see, Chaos King absorbed and destroyed the multiverse all by himself in his own innate power, and he did it in like 3 issues. On the other hand, Antimatter does it by using a machine which converts positive matter into antimatter, which is then added to its own antimatter universe. So it's debatable whether Antimatter could actually destroy a universe under his own power. But that's not the point. The point is that the guy used machines and weapons to aid him in all this, while Chaos King was able to do it all with his own raw power. And then let's look at how these 2 villains were defeated. Antimatter fought against Spectre, who was backed by powerful sorcerers like Classic Dr. Fate, Phantom Stranger, and Thunderbolt, a 5th-dimensional imp. And they weren't able to take down the Antimatter. That is insanely impressive. Such a high display of power, and I don't want to take anything away from that. However, at the end of the day, it's kinda hard to overlook the fact that Antimatter was beaten by a bunch of Earth's heroes. His weapon was destroyed by the Flash, his armor was cracked and damaged by Supergirl, and then he was ultimately put down by Superman from Earth 2. And while Superman is one of the most powerful heroes out there, being beat by him is kinda embarrassing. We're talking about villains of this scale and magnitude. On the other hand, Chaos King ran through pretty much everyone in his path, including Gaia, the mother of all Skyfathers, entire god pantheons, and absolutely dwarfed and humiliated Galactus. Even Death ran away from him because it was scared, and Eternity refused to fight him. The only person who could possibly contend with Chaos King was Chaos War Hercules. And Hercules, who was the god of all gods, above Skyfather, and was able to restore all the damage done to the multiverse by the Chaos King, actually still got his ass kicked by Chaos King. The only way they were able to beat him was by sealing him off from all of reality. And really, that wasn't even the plan. It was more of a spur-of-the-moment thing where they just got lucky. The original plan was for Galactus and Amadeus Cho to create a machine to seal off the Earth from reality in order to save them from Chaos King, not actually stop Chaos King himself. So at the end of the day, I think I've proven that Chaos King is more powerful here. I actually like Anti-Monitor more as a villain, but Chaos King is winning this one. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Just sign off down in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button. More videos just one every single weekday. And I'll see you next time.